The storm was brutal. Snow blinded everything. Wind screamed like a living thing. He could barely see the road ahead, just white. Endless white. Cold seeping through the car windows. His hands gripped the steering wheel. Tight. Too tight. He wanted to be home. Safe. Warm. Then he saw them. Shadows on the roadside. People. A car broken down. Steam rising from the hood. A woman waving her arms. Desperate. A man trying to fix something. Children huddled together. Small shapes in the storm. His foot moved toward the brake, then hesitated. Fear whispered in his mind. You don't know them. They look rough. Dangerous, maybe. The storm is getting worse. You could get stuck. You could be in danger. Keep driving. Stay safe. But something else whispered too. Quieter. Deeper. They need help. Children are there. In this cold. In this storm. What if it were you? What if it were your family? His hands shook. His heart pounded. The car slowed. Stopped. He rolled down the window. Cold air rushed in. Stinging. Sharp. The woman ran to him. Her face was weathered. Hard lines from a difficult life. The man looked intimidating. Tattoos on his arms. Rough clothes. The kind of people you might cross the street to avoid. But her eyes were just scared. Just human. Just a mother worried about her children. Please, she said. Her voice cracked. Our car died. We've been here an hour. No one stopped. The kids are freezing. Please, we just need to get to town. Anywhere warm. He looked at the children. 3 of them. The oldest, maybe 8. The youngest couldn't be more than 3. Huddled together, shivering. Their lips were turning blue. He made a decision. The kind that changes something inside you. Get in, he said. All of you. Relief flooded her face. Tears mixed with snow on her cheeks. Thank you. Oh God, thank you. They piled into his car. 5 strangers. The smell of cold and desperation. The man was silent, wary, protective of his family. The children were quiet, too cold to speak. He turned the heat up. Full blast. Started driving. Slow. Careful. The storm wasn't letting up. There's a diner in town, the woman said. Her voice was soft now. Grateful. If you could just drop us there. We'll figure out the rest. He glanced at them in the mirror. The children were pressed against their parents, seeking warmth, seeking safety. The youngest one's eyes were closed, exhausted. Something shifted in his chest. These weren't dangerous people. They were just a family, struggling, surviving, human. Where do you live? He asked. The woman hesitated. About 20 miles past town, but we can't ask you to. I'll take you home, he said. All the way. Silence. Then the man spoke for the first time. His voice was rough, but genuine. You don't have to do that. I know, he said, but I'm going to. The drive took 2 hours. The storm fought them every mile. But the car was warm. The children fell asleep. The woman told him their story, not because she had to, but because kindness opens doors, even in strangers' hearts. They've been working 3 jobs between them, trying to make ends meet. The car breaking down meant missing work. Missing work meant losing money they couldn't afford to lose. But they never complained, just explained. Quiet. Dignified. When they finally reached their home, a small house, modest, but theirs. The man turned to him, extended his hand. His grip was firm, warm. I don't know how to thank you, he said. His eyes were wet. You saved us tonight. Really saved us. The woman hugged him, fierce, grateful. The children waved from the window. small hands against the glass. He drove away, into the storm, alone again. But something was different, warmer. Not just the heater, something inside. He didn't expect anything in return. That's not why he helped. He helped because he could, because they needed it, because it was right. The storm finally broke near dawn. He reached his own home, empty, cold. He lived alone, had for years. The house felt bigger in the silence, emptier. He made coffee, sat by the window, watched the sun rise over fresh snow. Everything was white, clean, new. He thought about the family, hoped they were warm, safe. Then he let it go. It was just one night, one small thing. The world kept turning. 3 days later, he was working in his yard, clearing snow. His back ached. The driveway was long, the snow was deep. He was almost done when a truck pulled up. The man from the storm stepped out, with 3 other men, big, strong, all holding shovels. "We heard you helped our brother," one of them said. "We're here to help you." Before he could protest, they were working, fast, efficient. The driveway was clear in 20 minutes. What would have taken him 3 hours? "You don't have to," he started. "Yeah," the man from the storm said, grinning. "We do." They left, waving. He stood there, stunned, grateful. The next day, a knock on his door. The woman from the storm, with a pot of food, homemade, still warm. "My family wants you to know," she said. "You're not forgotten." The food was delicious, the best meal he'd had in months, maybe years. The day after, another knock, a neighbor he barely knew. "I heard what you did for that family. We're organizing a community dinner. We want you there as the guest of honor." He tried to say no, but she wouldn't hear it. The dinner was that weekend, at the community center. He walked in, expecting maybe 20 people. There were over 100. The family from the storm, their extended family, neighbors, friends, people he'd never met, all there because word had spread. One simple act, one night of kindness, had created ripples, waves, a tsunami of goodness. They clapped when he entered. He felt his face flush, his eyes burned. This was too much. He didn't deserve this. But the man from the storm approached, put a hand on his shoulder. "You showed us we're not invisible, that people still care. You gave us more than a ride. You gave us hope." The evening was warm, full of laughter, food, stories, connection. He wasn't alone anymore, wasn't a stranger. He was part of something, a community, a family, all because he'd stopped. When he drove home that night, his car was full of leftovers. His heart was full of something else, something he'd forgotten, existed, belonging, connection, joy. He sat in his driveway, engine off, just thinking, one decision, one moment, on a stormy night, when he could have driven past, when fear told him to keep going. He'd chosen differently, and everything changed, not just for them, for him too. He realized something profound. Sitting there in the dark, kindness isn't just about helping others. It's about healing yourself, about remembering you're human, about connecting to something bigger. The snow sparkled under the streetlights. The world felt different, softer, warmer, not just outside, inside too. He thought about you, the person hearing this story right now, and he wondered, would you have stopped on that dark road, in that brutal storm? Would you have opened your door to strangers? Would you have chosen kindness over fear? It's easy to say yes now, in the comfort of wherever you are. But in that moment, with the storm raging, with fear whispering, with every reason to drive past, would you really? The truth is, we all face these moments, maybe not on a stormy road, but in our daily lives. The homeless person we pass, the coworker struggling, the neighbor we ignore, small moments, small choices that create big waves. He learned something that night, something he wanted to share. Kindness is never wasted, even when no one sees, even when no one thanks you, even when it seems pointless. It creates ripples, invisible connections, threads that tie us together. And sometimes, when you least expect it, those ripples come back, multiplied, magnified, like waves returning to shore, bringing gifts, bringing warmth, bringing community. He got out of the car, walked to his front door. It didn't feel empty anymore. Tomorrow, he'd call that family, check on them. Maybe he'd volunteer at the community center. Maybe he'd stop more often, help more people, create more ripples. Because he finally understood. We're not meant to be alone. We're meant to be connected. And kindness, simple, everyday kindness, is the thread that weaves us together, not just from the heater, from something deeper, from the knowledge that he mattered, that his actions mattered, that one person, one choice, one moment of compassion could change everything. And that's how the world becomes warmer, one act of kindness at a time.